Excuse me, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Can I take your time a bit? I have some questions for you,
Why are
sir.
you taking my time to?
I'm so sorry.
What's up?
My name is Offiong. What's your name, sir?
Raymond the drama.
Okay. I'm here to ask you a few questions. First of all, what do you do for a living, sir?
Uh, I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer that loves real estate,
Wow.
or if you like, a real estate entrepreneur that uses law as a tool to give my clients the best of real estate.
Looking at this car, sir, is this car yours?
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay. And it looks really expensive, like the likes of
Uh,
7 million, thereabout.
okay, so yeah, somewhere around that range.
My question is that is this car a liability or an asset to you?
Hmm. That's a very smart question, really, and it's very important that we have that this conversation. It's a very important conversation to have. So, in answering your question, right, let's start from the point where we define what an asset is and what a liability is, right? Because that's the foundation of the conversation. Now, what is an asset? An asset is, in summarizing the definition of an asset, right? An asset is basically what you own and puts in money in your pocket, while a liability is the opposite, what you owe and takes away money from you, right? That's basically what a liability is, in summary, of course, right? Now, looking at that, one could easily say at the basic level that this is a liability. At another level and to another person, this can become an asset, depending on who you are, what you do, and importantly, what you are using the car for. So somebody who uses a car for transportation, for business, at that point, it's not taking away, it's putting money in your pocket, right? So beyond the basic idea of is this a liability or this is not a liability, there's also that part where you need to talk about what are you using it for, what is the car doing for you. So before I come back a bit to that part of the question, let us look at something even more important, which is the concept of your net worth. What is your net worth? Really, that is the critical part of the question, because it is your net worth that determines or helps you define where you are or what your financial position is per time. And what is your net worth? Your net worth is basically your asset minus your liability. Take away your liability from your asset, then you have your net worth, right? I got this concept, or I discovered this, my eyes opened on this when I read the book titled Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And in that book, the concept of your net worth was really explained. And at the time I read that book, I was still earning 40K as salary in the place I was working at the time. And when I read that and I had to do calculation of my net worth, I realized that I was poor, broke, and something else that you don't want to hear, right? And with that book, my mind opened up to understand that where we should be focusing on is your net worth as against what is an asset and what is the liability per time. So the question is, for people who invest in real estate, at that point, if as a matter of fact, there's a level where it gets to and your house where you live becomes a liability. Beyond the question of an asset or a liability, you need to understand what that thing is doing for you per time, right? So that is why the definition of what it brings to you and what it takes away from you is extremely important when you are having the question of whether it is an asset or whether it is a liability. So in answering your question, I would say this is not directly a liability to me. It takes money from me, but at the same time, it brings in a lot of money for me. The same thing as a business. A business takes away money and of course brings in money as well. So beyond the grammar of liability or an asset, we just look at it as a basic point of, is this car adding to me or is it taking away from me? And then the other part is, if it's adding to me and taking away from me, what it is adding to me, is it larger than what it is taking away from me? So at that point, I can easily say, okay, this is not an asset. Of course, there's still another level where it is a need or a want. There's a difference between a need and a want. So all of these concepts are stuff that we cannot begin to talk about extensively, right? But the basic thing is this car adding to me? If it's say in a month, the car is bringing, say, around 10 million naira to me, and then I'm spending 1 million naira, 9 million naira profit, right? But if,
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
spending 1 million naira on the car every month, right, and it's not even bringing anything around that, then that becomes a problem, right? So at that point, we could easily now see that this car is a problem to you, sell it off, right? But if it's the other way around, then as a car in itself, it necessarily cannot, or you cannot necessarily point at the car and say it's a liability or it's an asset. Depends on who is using it and what the person is using it for.
Oh wow.
You're really taking more than a minute of my time. I'm the one that took it really, but it's something I'm
That
happy to
was
talk about.
really detailed and I got so educated.
Thank you.
One last
Thank you.
question, sir. So tell us about real estate and what you do.
Okay, so like I said, I'm a lawyer that loves real estate, or if you like, a real estate entrepreneur that uses law as a tool to get the best of real estate for my client. So yeah, as you can see on the flyer, as I mentioned ago, this is Fortreal Rei Ltd. I'm the managing director of Fortreal Rei Ltd, and we're a real estate company here in Abuja. And what we do basically is to get the best of real estate for our clients. Right? Real estate in Abuja is highly profitable. I'll be frank with you, highly profitable. And one of the things that real estate in Abuja does, as against some other cities in Nigeria, places in Nigeria, is the fact that real estate in Abuja gives you huge and fast returns on investment. That's why everybody is happy to do real estate in Abuja, right? So basically, yeah, we sell real estate, we sell lands and houses to clients, particularly clients who are looking to build wealth through real estate investment. It's something I like to say, that we don't look out for one-time transactions. We literally want to be part of your financial success story, our clients' financial success story, as the journey to building sustainable wealth through real estate investment, right? So for us, it can't be just one transaction. We're not after just one transaction. We want to maintain that relationship. We want it to come again and again and again, because we know that with just one property, you can build sustainable wealth, right? But with real estate investment in multiple places over and over consistently, you can build. Of course, that's where compound interest comes in, right? So but with continuous investment in real estate, you can build wealth through real estate, right? And that's why we want to be part of that journey. And that's why, I mean, we're called the cash flow company, right? You can see that on the car as well, because the reason for that is because we focus on interest yielding assets, appreciating assets that will bring you income yielding assets, right? So those are the things that we focus on, and that's basically what. So if you're looking to buy real estate, you're looking to buy a house or land in Abuja, you already know who to call now. Thank you
Yes,
for reaching out to me.
definitely.
Actually, I appreciate reaching out. So this is
Definitely.
like an opportunity to advertise my business, something like that.
Yes, sir,
All right,
definitely.
great. I'm
Thank you
happy
very
to.
much, sir. I
All right,
thank you for your time and everything.
I
So glad to
appreciate it.
meet you.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
all right, guys. Cheers.
Bye, sir.
Cameraman. All right.
So you've heard it all. Is that land, that house, or that car an asset or a liability?